Good morning, angels. It's Jess Markowitz, your independent Scentsy family director. I can't find my name badge. I think it's upstairs. Anyways, good morning. I had kind of a rough night last night because my husband started night shifts, and I'm not used to him not sleeping with next to me, so I didn't sleep very well. But so I had a different kind of a late start today. But the beauty of the business is that I make my own hours. So I can start a little bit later and, then just kind of have to readjust my time with my children, which is okay. So, anyways, I wanted to start taking some quick little videos once a day in the morning, if possible. And today I want to talk about taking notes with your drawing slips, if possible, or at all, even with your order forms. The order forms that you're taking. The carbon copy is going to basically make you like write through. I'm trying to find a clean order form. I don't think I have one with me, but I'm too lazy to get up. Anyways, the three different forms on the back, you don't want to write your notes, obviously, on the top right here with those on the bottom, because then your customer is going to see the notes. So what you'll want to do is take the carbon copy off and then just write your notes on the top, so they won't see that, but you will. So when you go to call them and see what their last order was, you're going to be able to see what you wrote down. And as far as your drawing slips, it's so important to write anything you could think of that went on with that conversation. See how I wrote on the back? This was a bridal show I just did, and I wrote that she has red hair and that she's a very pretty lady and a very nice lady. I said that her groom, his name and what he does for a living, what she does for a living. They have a dog, Floyd. Oh, my hair is ridiculous today. Sorry. Let's see. They're new to Scentsy. Never heard of it. They were really excited about it. She prefers emails instead of cell phone calling. She said she doesn't really pick up her phone often, but she'll respond to an email fast. And that her brother came with her for this event. So these are all tools that I can, when I call her, refer back to. And then she's going to remember talking to me a little bit better because she saw a lot of different vendors that day because, they all wanted to talk to her because she was a bride. And so when I am able to say, oh my gosh, so did you and Keith talk more about getting Floyd a Scentsy buddy to play with? She's going to be like, oh my gosh, she totally knows my dog's name, and that they were joking around that they should get a Scentsy buddy for their dog because he would love it, because he likes to cuddle with stuffed animals at night. So that's going to refresh my memory, even though I just wrote dog Floyd. It made me remember that the dog likes, stuffed animals, and so I have something to talk about. So it's very important. Now, a lot of you, as your business is just getting started, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to remember who I talked to. It's likely you will in the beginning, but I promise you, if you are asking and getting as many drawing slips and information from people on a daily basis, which I hope you are, like I am, no matter how wonderful of a memory you have, it's just impossible to remember every situation where you met them, because you're going to possibly meet 5 Stacys in a week. And you're, well, which Stacy is this and where did I meet them? And if you just have their name and address and nothing else, it's just going to be a person to you eventually. And you're not going to have anything to say, and you're going to feel you're going to look bad by going, oh, hi, Stacy, I'm the Scentsy consultant. I got your information the other day. And who knows? You may have really talked to them yesterday and or earlier that day. You don't know if that goes into a pile. So it's important to also put the date of when you spoke to them. So I personally put, if I know it's an event, then I know what the date was. But it's important just to give you as many details as possible. I even have her wedding date on there, so I could talk to her about that and, maybe talk about having a party, a few months before so she can get her bridal gifts, because she was very excited about the custom gifts and then the idea of customizing or just getting warmers custom to what her bridal party likes. Like, if they have a firefighter in their bridal party or whatever. So the idea is to be always getting new information from people, finding new leads. These are called leads. Becca Leva calls them drawing lottery tickets, because you really don't know what will turn into this. You don't know if they're going to be your next, sensational hostess, or, buy a load of stuff that's going to save you from being inactive that month, or refer you to your next best consultant, or become your next best consultant. So, and even if they're not your next, most productive consultant, every consultant is valuable, because in order to have a Scentsy family, everybody counts and everybody contributes in some way. So you just never know if you might change their life just by involving them and giving them the opportunity to, start their own family with Scentsy, or just be a part of our Scentsy family, and so they feel like they have somebody to talk to, and be involved with something. You just never know what Scentsy can do for each person. It doesn't have to be a life-changing experience. I always pray it is for everybody, but if it's not, everybody has their purpose, and Scentsy does different things with everybody. And when I say Scentsy, I mean Scentsy family, every single brand. But it's just very important to take as many notes. Now, on your order forms, you might want the same thing. Take notes about, what they're buying it for, who they're buying it for, which scent happens to be their absolute favorite out of the ones that they chose. Maybe they really liked a certain scent and they were so upset that it was discontinued, and so you write that on there, so it'll be a ding, 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 ding when Bring Back My Bar comes, and maybe it comes back. So those are little things that when you go back to which I hope you do, have some type of a system that you have already implemented or begin to implement, about going through your order forms, and maybe making your own little notebook of people that, I talked about this previously, about everybody that buys coconut lemongrass, everybody that buys simply vanilla. And so when the discontinued lists come out, you could just pull those people and just start calling. And or put them in a file of like discontinued scents that they would like to come back and that aren't right now. You can pull those out when they do come back. So, or you could call them and say, hey, the Bring Back My Bar voting period starts. So since you love, Flutter, you can go ahead and vote, and you never know who's going to, if it's going to come back. And here's the thing, you're involving them in your business. So they're getting excited. They feel they're connected with the Scentsy, experience. And then who knows, even though they may not get their Flutter, it may inspire them to want to order with you or host a party, but it just gives you a reason to connect. And remember, connection with your customers is the most important. I also wanted to touch base really fast on the frequent buyer program that is going to be launching soon. That is something that's going to be huge. It's going to really help us not have to, every single month, contact these people to get their order, because they do it, it's automatic, which is great. But I want to remind everybody that connection is so important. So don't rely on this program and say, oh, I never have to talk to this person again. Because here's the thing. If they're not remembering you and having that connection, if somebody else comes up to them and they start to have a connection with them, you're kind of an out of sight, out of mind. So they don't feel loyal to you anymore because you haven't connected with them. So if somebody else says, oh, well, do you want to come over and actually smell the new scents? And you haven't taken the time to do that, you just kind of relied on them having their reorder and just ordering online. They're going to feel like, well, you know what? I haven't had any customer service in a long time. So I'm going to, go with this person. So, and then you never know, they may end up taking their automatic frequent buyer program subscription off and start going through this new person. So make it a point to at least still connect with your customers at least every 2 months and see how their program is going. If you'd like them to stop by and let them smell the things that have come out, not just say, oh, there's new stuff, check it out online and add it to your subscription. Because that's just making it look like, you're any other type of consultant, you're any other type of business. There's no customer service involved. There's no special relationships involved, which I promise you, if you don't realize right now how important relationships with your customers are, you'll find out really fast, because they're, there's no reason for them to stick with you, unfortunately, unless you give them one. And because I can provide the same products you can. So why are they going to choose you over me or me over you? There's a relationship that needs to be built. So just please don't rely on that frequent buyer program subscription too much. It can be utilized very, very beneficially for you to ease up on your whole, follow-up process and focus on new customers. But they still have to be connected with. Just remember that. Always remember, and make yourself a calendar. Okay, I talked to this person, in July of 2013. So I need to make sure by September I'm connecting with them, letting them know I'm sending them a new catalog, and to make sure they look at everything in the new catalog. And if they'd like to set up a time to come and smell the new stuff, I'd love to do that. And then once that they've purchase that order, then they go, okay, then we can we can set you up with your subscription, and then you can edit it, and then anytime something new on the web comes up that you'd like to smell, just let me know, and I'll follow up with you every couple months to make sure that you still you do or you don't want to smell anything. And then they're going to be like, okay, wow, that person really is serious with really helping me and not just trying to get an order out of me. Because remember, people, they don't like to feel like they're just a paycheck to you, They want to know that they're supporting a person, not just a website. And they want to know that their order means more, again, than just an order to you. So make sure you let them know that them as a person is important to you, and their support and them as your client is very important. And the only way we can show that is by having a relationship and connecting, not just by setting them up once and then never talking to them again with the subscriptions. Okay, have a fabulous Monday. I'm going to be posting a Monday tip of what, a process that you could be setting up for yourself and things you could be doing today with your business. And again, every day there should be something that you could be doing with your business. It doesn't matter how long or how little, but there is something you could be doing every day which is going to build your business, I promise you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.